So, yeah, we're gonna go straight back into it. But yeah, it was something that you would have heard out of Fallout or heard it out of like something like I just lost the bed. We lost the bed. At least we didn't fall and fall and can't get up. So, yay. Let's see. Boop. The cute aggression. Okay. Look at all these. Like, you definitely have dementia here. You have 5 books total, but they're all multiple copies here. So we have an annoying clock. Ay. These doors. I can't control the sensitivity in this game, in this demo. So that is this your car? Was this your car? Like, it looks nice. I don't know what make and model it is. It gives a vibe of like a Chevrolet. Maybe a Ford. Gives that vibe. I don't know. Maybe a Plymouth too. It could be a Plymouth. It gives Christine vibes, but it's not quite the Christine make and model. Did you guys watch that movie, by the way? It's a movie. So it's like the killer car movie from like I think the 50s or like 60s or 80s. I don't know. It was an old movie. Where like basically someone died in the car. A girl died in the car, and she just possessed the car, and then the dude just fell in love with the car. In a sense, think a weird Herbie movie, very weird. But yeah, he was like wanted to do anything for the car, and then the car just started killing people, and like it had the creepy thing where it would just remake itself. But yeah, which one are you? Because it could be you, but it also could be you. Could be either of you. Because like especially with like old people names. Like, old people names, like, there's some that old people names, like Ashley, that started out for, like, men and then turned into a name for women. So, like, Brittany or Courtney. I especially know this because I have a lot of, like, elderly, like, uncles and aunts. Like, I'm dead serious. They're, like, in their 70s and 80s and 60s. Let's just say Grandpa got around. And my dad has a lot of siblings. So yeah. And so they're very elderly, and so they like a lot of them. They were like thinking they were cool. And they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna name my daughter a boy name," and then all of a sudden, like everyone, like Brittany is a normal name, Courtney is a normal girl's name, and like they're like, "Oh, their names are no longer cool," and it's kind of funny. Because like it that's how names work is like a name could be like one gender and then it can like morph into another and then it becomes unisex after a while, like Ariel. Let's see. Don't forget to take your dementia pills, the one labeled Andarin Weppes. Escape. But what pills? Is it in one of these? These oversized pill bottles? Because, like, I don't know. Usually this is where my mom would keep all 40 of her pills that she has for her cholesterol and her heart medication, her blood pressure. This is where she would keep it. And I'm like, where? If you're telling us to take, is it supposed to be in the vase? Maybe the vase. Oh, wait, did I get an option? No, it's just the stupid sticky note. Okay. Can I go in here? Is this where my pills are? Is this? Because, I don't know. Let's check this. Also, I didn't check this room. Oh, either you have an addiction or I feel bad for the bookstore clerk that is just having you buy all of these, like, books. Because, like, I can imagine. Like, put yourself in the shoes, like putting myself in the shoes of like this poor bookstore lady or guy, like, or them. I'm not judging. This bookstore person, this person must come in, and they know this person obviously has some kind of dementia, like, or Alzheimer's, because they clearly don't remember coming into the bookstore to buy this book, or when they're in the bookstore, they forget that they have the book, and they're like, oh, this book is interesting, and then buy it again. And then I can imagine the bookstore clerk is like, I feel bad selling it to them and taking their money. Taking their money, and then they just come in again, and they're just smiling at me. And I can imagine there's probably a scenario where they probably like try to stop them from buying the book again. And they probably got like really mad, and they're like, no, I don't have this book. Why are you keeping me from having this book? Why are you trying to keep it? Is there some reason you want the book? What is it? And they're not understanding. And so she's like, I don't want them to like use all their money, but I also don't want them to like, I don't want them to be like put out of some sort, put out of their ways or something like that, or like to be messed up, and upset. You don't want to make your old, like, your favorite abuelitas, mad or sad. You don't want that. But you also are like, the catch-22. So in my mind, like, I know I'm coming up with a scenario of a bookstore person that probably doesn't exist. But, like, I can imagine, right? They're like, okay, I'm just going to buy a ton of these books. I'll pay for them out of my own pocket. But I'm going to put it in a certain corner that nobody looks at, but they go to. And just every time they grab it, right? I'll go and like, no, they come up and is like, oh, if you like the book so much, you can keep it, but like they probably like paid for the book already, like, and they're just like, that way they don't feel as bad. And I can imagine this whole thing is just like them buying the book over and over and over again, and they probably never noticed. Like, it just they just see like the library's just filled up. The library just keeps getting filled up, and they probably can't see well, so they're probably not able to see that the book sleeve reads a certain way, right? They can't read the book sleeve anymore unless they pull it up to their face. So from a distance, this is probably like super blurry, and they probably can't see what it says. So I can imagine it's very easy for them to not do that. But yeah, I would feel bad for the poor bookstore person. I would just be like, oh, I don't want to ruin their day, but I don't want to disturb. I don't want to ruin their day, but I also don't want them to go into debt over stuff they already have. This clock gives me weird vibes, especially after like watching like Stranger Things. Like, if you're someone that watches Stranger Things, and or if you haven't, don't watch. But like, when Vecna, like, this gives Vecna vibes. Like when they're in the house. Yeah, I said it. Oh my gosh. Like, is this like a home that you had? Or is this like a picture of where the house is? Like, do you have waterfront property? Okay, I have a different vibe to this couple. It's giving like Last American Dynasty from like Taylor Swift's like Evermore album, where basically, like, if you ever listen to the song, it's like about Rebecca Harkness, and I could see and it's like about Rebecca Harkness was like the lady that had like owned Taylor Swift's home before Taylor Swift moved in there, and like she wrote about the juicy story about who the previous owner was, and I can imagine, right? Like, just imagine, like, he was not real estate. He was like, I wouldn't say oil tycoon, but it's giving like, he probably made money somewhere, not in the stock market, because a lot of people died after the stock market crisis. So it's giving, I would say, cattle owner / distributor. Like, they made their money off of like, let's say they made their money off of like McDonald's going big, and then like I think the 40s or 50s, them going like big with like fast food and stuff like that, and then like they made a lot of money. They were like, oh, let's move out to the seaside so we have something overlooking the water, so we can write our notes about everything. And so they like sell off the whole business, made a lot of money, got real estate, and they were just living off of a pension. You know, that's what I'm thinking. This is giving that vibe. Like, that's the vibe it's giving. Nothing against them, but I'm like, what are your deep dark secrets? Let me. Okay. My mic is falling, which is annoying. Let me see. What's in here? Are my meds in here? Are my meds in here? Let me in! Let me in! Nope. Cool. Don't have anything to say about this. This gives weirdness. Oh my gosh. Did you guys watch Up? This reminds me of Up. You know, like Carl and Ellie, and how he has the chairs and she dies, and then he's just stuck with her empty chair. Like, less cute, but like he's stuck with his like this chair, and then he just leaves the chairs at the end, like by a beautiful cliffside overlooking like the paradise that they once longed for. Like, that's the vibe here. Just less cool. Very dated, but lovely. But again, haven't found her meds. Where are my meds? I want to take my meds. I think I need the red one and the blue one. But yeah. Speaking of Taylor Swift, by the way, I was before I go into this trippy chaos, part of the reason why I designed this dress was that I was listening to Torture Poets Department, along with a lot of people. So like, a lot of people were probably listening to Torture Poets Department. I was definitely watching Poets Department, listening to it. Loved it. And like, when I was listening to it, and I was like, oh my gosh, folklore. I want to dress like folklore. Like, right now. Give me folklore. I want folklore. So I did that. And I loved every minute of it. As you can see, I added buttons. So there's buttons on the dress. It has like a cool, like, gives 50s, 40s vibe. But yeah, I designed it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so cute, especially in the sepia tone that I made a vibe for. So I was like, yay, sepia. And I'm back. No, escape. I keep accidentally clicking on like the wrong button because like my I need to get a boom arm personally. I don't have a boom arm for my mic, so it's just laying on in between my chin and my shoulder. And the problem is that my pop filter keeps slipping. Okay. The whole entire thing's flipped. Why is it flipped? Let me see the message. Is the message flipped too? Don't forget your pills. Well, I couldn't find my pills. Why did you hide them? Why did you hide them? Why? You hid my pills. Whatever, caretaker. And also, we're missing a countertop somewhere. But yeah. And there's a deep ravine. Fun. And a radio that would be playing music, but we are staying copyright friendly. Okay. And okay, the clock's starting to get messed up. Magic book. Okay. Book. Okay. Is the book supposed to represent knowledge that we forgot? Like, did we forget how to open doors? Is that the reason why we couldn't find our pills? Please don't forget your pills. Like, is that the reason? like in these books are supposed to represent like knowledge that we forgot. Because like that would be interesting. This. Okay, yeah. There. And then this book goes here. No. Here. Ooh. It looks like the house is getting into disrepair. What's in this? Some pills sometimes. Are we forgetting how to write or read? Like, it's either we're writing these or our poor, like, child is just writing these, hoping that we, like, are able to still read them. Like, because I know there's some types of, like, Alzheimer's and dementia where you forget how to read. And then you just are not able to read anymore. And I can see that probably could happen. Okay, the clock is now a little too small. Can't reach? Okay. This reminds me of that escape room movie. You know that scene where they're either on the ceiling or like, I can't remember if they were on the ceiling or the side of the building and they have to climb on things in order to get to places? That's what it reminds me of. Okay. Interessante. Okay, now it's upside down. Everything's upside down now. And like, no, not where it's supposed to be. What does the mist do? We're gonna jump. Okay, we survived. It doesn't have fall damage. It's not a thing in this. Okay, fall damage is not a problem. Okay. Fast. Oh, it broke. Okay, rewind. Okay, so that's how the rewind mechanic works. Haha, you thought I couldn't grab the book? I got the book. Cool. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, my tonsils, they hurt so bad. But because like my little siblings, they got me sick. I'm not like sick where like you can hear my voice. My voice is fine. My voice is not like crazy. Like the stream where like what was it? Memories. It was memories. Ironic. The memory stream where you can hear in my voice that my voice was just not ready for like a stream to happen. And it was so deep and so raspy and messed up. More than my voice already is. Semicircle. I could jump. Did we forget how to jump? Oh gosh. I know people forget how to skip. And that's like a natural progression because you're supposed to forget how to skip because you get more efficient at running. And it's like a kind of thing you do to get by before you learn how to run. And so adults forget it after a point. But do we forget how to skip? How to like jump? Okay, oh, it opened that one. Okay. So then we're gonna swap it. And then we're gonna go and jump. Swap. Throw it. And throw this on the floor. Grab this. Put that there. And learn how to jump again. And get back into bed. Okay, the clock at least is a reasonable size, but like the hands are too big for it. Which way is up? Are we just getting disoriented? And why does it sound like a fishbowl? Sounds like we're in like a lava lamp or a fishbowl. Okay. Okay. Jump. 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 Hope. Kobe. Got it. Ooh. Book Gravity Compass acquired. Are we able to throw books like a dartboard? Yep. Yep. I need to drink water. I hate my tonsils. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do, so I've been gargling like salt water and drinking like eating and drinking turmeric because it's supposed to be a natural immune system booster and kind of like an and it's kind of used like an antibiotic. And on top of that, it also I've also been like taking ibuprofen for like my tonsils so that way they're not as inflamed. And it's not both of them. It's like it's on like the right side of my face. Let me see right side. I'm looking at my fingers because like I'm bad at left and right. So if anyone who sees me in the wild and I put up the goalpost with my fingers, you know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my left and rights because I'm really bad at them. Remembering which one's which. So I've given up at that point. I'm a menace driving. But yeah, so my right side of my face is like has a swollen tonsil in like the lower right side of my throat. So it's like it's not it said that like it's not anything serious unless you don't treat it. So as long as you like gargle salt water, and I feel like gravity is different for everything and everywhere. But basically because like I have because it said that as long as I'm doing everything. I just accidentally backed up a little too far. And but yeah, is this the water level? Is this our swimming pool? Are we underwater? Is this where it's flooded? Ooh, this is a book. Ah! Ah! Okay. But yeah, as long as I keep treating it like it's a J. I keep treating the tonsils. I shouldn't need surgery. The pain starts now. Andarin Weppes pre-dementia coming out. Oh, and it just opened up to its wish list page. Okay. Yay. And we got credits of the dude. Cool. But yeah, as long as I treat it, I don't have to really worry about it. Cause like if I keep treating it, it should resolve itself on its own. If I don't treat it, it will go and swell up, inflame to the point where it can like impact my breathing, and then like I would have to then get my tonsil like cut out, get tonsil surgery. But like as long as I continue treating it, I should be chill. But yeah, that was Andarin Weppes. It was a very short game. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you could subscribe or follow me. I love to have more of you here. I have our little community here. And it's getting bigger. Like, I was surprised, over the past 3 days, I've had so many people come into my streams. And like and on top of that, like recently, I've had like I think it was like 12, 15, maybe 15 people have joined my YouTube channel over the past 3 days. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot more than I've ever seen in a while. So I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you all who have just joined, and I'm happy to meet you all. And yeah, I love your comments. You guys are funny, and I love replying to you guys whenever you comment. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Twitch. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I do my script writing stream for the screenwriting Death Note stream tomorrow around the same time. For those of you on YouTube, you know the drill. You'll see me on Friday. But yeah, have a wonderful day, you guys. It was good seeing you guys. And bye.